Going to try this again this time, preferably without the microphone muted. Sorry about that. Welcome to today's episode of the Coin Hunters podcast. We are continuing our search of a 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent mint sewn bag. We are looking for doubled die varieties. We have reference images up here above me from both Variety Vista and doubleddie.com. We secured permission to use their images on our podcast, which is meant as an educational podcast. We aren't making any money here. Lord knows I'd like to, but hey, I'm just searching pennies. Yeah, most of the tells, as you can see, as I cycle through the various reference images, but most of the checking I'm doing is going to be on the T, trust, the second T in trust. Mainly the U, S, and T in trust are what I'm going are the main indicators for me. In those is where you can see the errors the most. Of course, we check the date and liberty. Because on a double dies, the errors going to be around the rim. And for the obverse, they are going to appear in God We Trust, the date, or liberty. We look inside the crook of the S. I'm not sure. Oops, wrong button. Is this the right button? No, that's not the right button either. What in balls? Why are you not? I don't get it. My keyboard is just not switching to the proper profile. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why will you not? I like the proper keyboard. What the fuck? And it goes right back. Wow, whatever. Now I can do this. See, I can cycle through. See, there's the U, and you see the crook of the S there. That's what I'm looking on the S for. And I was looking in, that's pointing at one at the bottom, but I thought I saw one at the top. But I was mistaken. We've found in this bag a host of 04s and 05s. I've found a few with some small struck through scrap indentations on them. That's the thing about mint sewn bag, is that you get coins that would normally be pulled out of circulation when they are rolled, because they they're so mangled that they don't go through the rolling machine very well. Like an off-center strike, you don't want that. That's not going to go through the rolling machine. That's going to gum up the works. So whoever's rolling the coins is going to pull that. And I'm on the obverse. I'm primarily looking at the UST and trust, but there's also an error, a double die variety that shows in the date. I don't have a reference image for that offhand. And the tell that I'm looking for is that the one is kind of pointed at the bottom. It's not flat like that. It has something having to it, and it's a little more pointed. And the other one is the L. There's a doubling under the L. I have. Where is that one? There it is. See, that's the one we're looking for. As far as Liberty is concerned. I think it's kind of cool because it's got the die clash in the memorial there. Now, there could be known die clash varieties. I'm not looking for those. Those are a little harder to find, in my opinion. That machine. Yeah. One has to be able to tell the difference between a true double die and what is called machine doubling. Double die is an error of the die. All coins stamped by that die will have that error present. Machine doubling occurs when the coin is stamped, because the die moves while in contact with the coin, and that can scrape. Imagine the die sitting on these letters. Now, if you move that die any direction, those letters are going to be, stuck into the die, and they'll get pushed. I don't have a good sample to show offhand, but I had one that looked just like the double die, obverse or reverse. This one, it looked just like that, but it was machine doubling because the die kind of twisted while it was in contact with the coin. And it shoved all the letters just a little bit to the side, just like you see there. Now, how can you tell the difference? Well, in a double die, the relief, the how much the design raises off the coin. In a double die, you'll have two raised images. They'll both be at the same height, more or less. Now, machine doubling, the secondary image will be almost flat against the coin. And if you look really close, you'll actually see streaks in the metal in that area where the metal's been scraped and pushed. No matter how many times I take a lint roller to this thing, I still get tons of cat hair and fuzz and Imagine, see, look, there's a cat hair there. Good Lord. And imagine having like a black dress. Oh, oh my God, women must go nuts over that. That's my fuzz on my dress. A woman go crazy with that stuff. Now, also, as dyes, strike coins, metal is not. Metal is still pliable, no matter how hard it is, and ultimately, it is pliable. And repeated wham, 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 striking these coins. I mean, you got to hit these coins with some force to get the design to, properly flow into the die. All that force over and over slowly deteriorates the design, and it gets kind of fat, like the thing. So you take a fresh, really nice a coin minted on a fresh die, and you'll get nice crisp letters. Thin, they'll stand up, stand out on the coin. Look at, see how nice and crisp those are. The edges are very sharp, corners are tight, and of course there's more grease. What happened to that one? What the hell? Not sure if that's a struck through error or bag damage of some kind. Looks like a little both. Like there was something there when it was struck, and then something smashed it as well. It's too small. There's tarnish on the coin. Sometimes it's just not worth saving. Maybe somebody will, yeah, see, now look at these letters. Look how fat they are. They're just blah. They're all mashed out. Yeah, this is late stage. They're almost flat. They've lost their definition. It's more of they just kind of they lose their definition. So many strikes, it's too much on the coin, and it eventually on the die. Eventually, it starts to show wear. That's why they make so many dies and have to replace them after so many strikes. Plus, of course, there's always the issue of the stress causing cracks and pieces to fall off, and all kinds of weird stuff happens to dies. But over the years, the mint has gotten much better in the process. So you don't find these as well as catching them before they leave the mint. So you don't see those really drastic errors that you used to, because they get caught pretty quick, and the coins are they catch the if they catch the coins before they go out, they just have them destroyed. I imagine they can just melt it down and get their metals back. I mean, it's just copper and zinc. I can't imagine they aren't easy to separate. Yeah, it's machine doubling there. So far, we have found 105 this morning. That's pretty low. I usually find 4 or 5 of the 4 or 5s. Oh, look, there's one right there. Let's see if we can guess which one this is going to be. I think this is an 05. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm betting this is a 5. Dink over the nose. Yep, there's your little dot over the nose. Peeky at the date. Peeky over here. We look at this side, and there should be a scratch from the N going under the U. And there's the scratch. Turn this a little better this way. Oriented more like the picture. Yep, see there? Under the N. N under the U. Right out of the serif. So we have picked up another 05. Now you might be wondering, what are these worth? Well, they're worth exactly what somebody's going to pay for them. Now, how much somebody would pay for them, that's a different story. Yeah, what gets me is these people that can found these errors in the first place. See, now there's another one that looks like the O2. See? We've got that, but then when I come down here and look for the marker on his chin, I don't see the mark on his chin. We go look on the back. Quick look over here. Look at the back. There's supposed to be a dot next to the T. Huh. Well, you know what? I'm saving this one too, because there's something there, okay? There's clearly something there. Now see, I got this other one that I pulled aside yesterday. And it's got that same chip. Exactly the same, see? That one and that one. So whatever these are, they are the same. And I have 2 of whatever that is, because it doesn't match any of the O2, any of the other O2 checkpoints. The other die, I forget what they call it, but the cross-check indicators there that you can look at. But that doesn't necessarily mean it isn't, because it's possible that this is at a different stage of that error, and the scratch and the scratch and dink haven't appeared yet. And then there's the possibility that it's an unknown, new one. But I don't have the kind of luck that would allow me to find something new. I have the kind of luck where I would forget to search the back side of the coin like that, and it'd be one of those real nice reverse ones. Feeling a bit woozy. Oof. Tasty beverage. I remember. Look at the little itty bitty light. I look at the light and I look at you. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Fat letters. Fat letters. Look how fat they are, huh? Now, fat letters could be a sign of a double die, but there should be a line of separation, a split of some sort at the edges of the coins, at least, if not running through the surface of the letter itself, indicating where the two impressions deviated. Ooh, see, now I almost forgot to check the back. Fortunately, checking the back is pretty quick. The front of the coin, it takes so long because I gotta check the entire motto. 8. Check Liberty. Here I can just do a quick look on the NIT area. Pick up scratches. Confirmation scratches if I happen to miss it on the T in the front. See that? The left foot of the W there, it has an indent, which is usually a characteristic of double dies. Oh, look. This one's going to be an 04. I bet you this one's an 04. There's the dink in the open field. And scratch under the T. Yep, to the corner of the memorial. That is an 04. Okay, so 205s, an 04, and some variant of the 02, I believe. Cord falls just far enough back there that it catches on the volume knob when I move it. I couldn't pull it all the way down completely. Thank God for mute. You don't need to hear me hacking up a lung. I'm getting close. Oi! Almost knocked it over. Trying to get through 50 coins. May push on through. We still have a half an hour. Try to do this for an hour every morning. I can eventually get through. It's an 04, I bet. Getting good at this. Open field dink. Scratch under the E. Yep, 04. By the time this is over, I'm probably going to have a roll's worth of 04s and 05s. It's crazy. But it's not really crazy when you think about it, because obviously these coins were, many of these coins were literally minted off the same exact die. I don't know how many dies they run at a given time. I imagine it's a dozen or more, maybe. Probably a lot more, but at the very least, a lot of those, a lot of coins are coming off the same die. So if you find one die error in a bag, the odds are astronomical that you can, are pretty good, and not that far out. They're pretty good at, astronomical in your favor, that you're going to find more, simply because of that. Oh, look, there's an 04, I bet. All right, this one was nothing, so we're going to take a quick check on the back. Nope, you're no good. Yeah, this might be an 05. Yep, dink over the nose, scratch under the N. And there's the N. Look at this giant piece of copper. Oh, well, it's not that big. I mean, it is still kind of small, but that is a huge piece of copper that has come off. One of the coins. Nope, now it's on my glove. One of the reasons I'm wearing these gloves is, so I don't get them dirty, but also because I don't want to get these little pieces of copper all over my hands. I mean, you can see I don't know if you can tell here or not, but the glove is starting to turn green from touching the copper. Look at those scratches. Huh. Polishing that. What? Oh. What are you? No, it's just a figment of my imagination. Oh, what I would give to find. Honestly, I've been through half the bag. I do not think I am going to find the big reverse coin. Just don't think it's going to happen. Because if I was going to find them, I would have found one by now. I mean, see, I've found so many fours and fives. Uh, found so many fours and fives. It just, you'd think if there was one of the reverses in there, I would have found one by now. One more penny and we'll have 50 for the morning. No, I don't think that's. Oh, see, now here, that I need to look at a little closer. That is the one I was talking about. This one? No, it's not that. It's over here. Right? Sure, it's looking like it, but it doesn't have any of the other tells. All the scratches here run the wrong way. Seeing anything I can use to tell. I'm going to have to let that one go simply because I can't really determine if it's the same as the one in the picture I'm looking at. All right, that's 50 coins. I'll have more here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I still got these coins out here on the tray. I don't feel bag. We'll just out, set them aside. Keep stacking them in there and use that as a holder. Count them later. Snoot, doot, snoot, doot. Mm. What's this under the T here? It's just some kind of die gouge or chip. I'm gonna pick it up. Be surprised at how hard it is to pick coins up. Gloves don't fit exactly the best. Finger looks like Gumby. See that? That, my friend, is machine doubling. As you can see, there's the letters have been, something pushed the letters upwards. The letters themselves didn't move, just the surface did. So you'll notice that the bottom of the O, notice how it's the raised portion is thin. Like the bottom portion was shaved off, which is kind of what happened. Is that metal has been pushed up in the direction of this coin. Yeah, see, the bottom of the E is thin now. If it was a true double die, it would be thicker. Also, take note that the letters have moved in an ordinal direction, not rotational. They aren't moved left to right, they're moved up. A true double die would show that that the secondary image is slightly rotated. And you can tell in the coin behind my head here, the Liberty, see how the Y is not nearly as offset as the L is? It's because in a rotation, in the very middle, very little changes. But the further you get towards the rim of the coin, the more off center, more out of alignment the design gets. That's usually a straight dead giveaway that it's a double die versus machine doubling. There's a little more machine doubling there on the R. Like I said, I found a coin that had machine doubling, made it look like that reverse one. It's just the really good one. I was like, oh, look what I may have found. And then I looked a little closer and I'm like, wait a minute. Those letters aren't bigger, they're smaller. And then I became very disappointed. I should have saved that coin simply as an example. It would have made a very good on-camera sample of machine doubling. But as you see, I come across them still. And that last one, that one had some serious machine doubling. All those coins had been, all the letters were just jacked. I'm gonna see. I got a little late start today, so we're probably gonna run past 11:30 to pad this show out. Full hour. Unless I don't start feeling better, I feel green around the gills. Tasty beverage. Just doing my thing. Tell you, I'm getting good at identifying the 4s and 5s. There's no question. I'm a pro at that now. I can see that. I can see the dink on the tee a mile away. And be able to tell the difference between a 4 and a 5. Still, I wish I'd find a nice one. I'd be dancing around if I found a reverse. You know, we're talking 3-digit price here for those reverse coins. The reverse DDR001. Where's the coin? Come off. Magic. See? Ooh, magic. Yeah, that's how I know they're uncirculated. They still have those little metal burrs that catch on cloth that would normally be stripped of a coin after being in your pocket for a little bit. I've my counterpart here at Era Coins has picked up quarters. Nose itches. So when we are done the pennies, we will be moving on to some quarters. Apparently, I'm getting a set of quarters that has many known error variants, varieties. So that will be coming up here in a few weeks. Probably still got a bit more to go with these pennies before I finish out the bag. 5,000 pennies. You really don't realize how many pennies that is until you got to look at every freaking penny. Then you'd be like, what? What are those worn? A worn die. Look at all the grease. Yeah, some of the pennies in that area is just so greased. The letters almost disappear entirely on some coins. Hey, look, I've had one where I couldn't see the E or the two dots. I mean, they were just straight up gone. My brain is really good at pattern matching. So if I have an image of the error that I'm looking for, basically it snapshotted in my brain, and I don't even have to close my eyes, and I can see the image of what this should, what I'm looking for, and makes it really easy to find patterns and the differences. One of the reasons why I'm good at finding four-leaf clovers. When you think about it, your normal clover has 3 leaves. A 4-leaf clover, obviously. 4. Now, what mathematical, or should I say geometrical properties could you assign these to? Well, 3 leaves, triangle. 4 leaves, square. Well, guess what? You're looking for a square in a bunch of triangles. Kitty, what are you doing? No, you can't come over here. No. Don't come over here. You cannot walk across my table while I am broadcasting. There you go. On down there. Kitty just wants to help. Fortunately, Kitty, you aren't much help. There's not much you can do to help me out, Kitty. All that detail in there. It's lost as the dye is used. Mangalangled. Mangloid. Mongoldian. Mongolian. Yeah, Mongolians come tear down my shitty wall. We hit a shitty walk. We like our shitty wall. Yep, that's what I thought. That is 04.